Tuscany, it is always, I always have issues with scouting in Tuscany, because Tuscany is too well known and there's a lot of traffic in any possible sense, and it's been overused also in terms of soil consumption. It's a beautiful region, but for our wine club, where we try to find unique things that are not available on the market, started a relationship with the winemaker so that we can somehow slowly interact with them, entering the cellar, selecting bottles, suggesting possible project together. It's not easy. But again, here the goal is about unique wines. And when Andrea Sorlini proposed me his Nobile di Montepulciano, it's not really a Nobile di Montepulciano, but technically it is. And it's only 1,200 bottles. And he told me he was a good friend of Dora from Poderi Sanguineto and Andrea from Cantina Contucci, which are my favorite producer of Montepulciano. And he was also a friend of Stefano Amerighi, and he helped him in the wine production. I immediately thought that I had to taste these wines, and I loved it deeply. We're talking about a rich family that surely has no problem in investing in quality, and they made this wine like a little joke. So it's not their core business for sure, but they paid a lot of attention in creating something absolutely unique. And so I said, okay, let's do it, let's buy it. And this is the first vintage we tried. He only started 2 years ago, so technically this wine is a unique type of wine. Sangiovese Prugnolo Gentile is the main grape variety, which is one of the biotype of Sangiovese. I've repeated a lot of times how the Sangiovese is not called the Sangiovese in Montepulciano. Again, I will tell the story of the fact that the Montepulciano is a village, is not a type of wine. Most of you maybe consider Montepulciano the type of wine that is made in Abruzzo, so not to be confused. Two different type of wine. One is in Tuscany and the other one is in Abruzzo. This is technically the original one, if we want to, believe of the story that Contucci tells, that in the 17th century Montepulciano was making possibly one of the best wine of Italy, and so they started to make a copy of it in south of Italy, and they called it Montepulciano d'Abruzzo, which makes no sense. It's like saying Napa from Oregon, and so that's almost the story, but it was a long time ago. We're talking about a Sangiovese that tends to have a bit softer type of flavor, a bit more complex, a nice balance between tertial aromas and fruit, with a strong plummy flavor at the beginning and with a nice spicy finish. It's a beautiful complex wine that, in my opinion, can age for a long time. It's a unique wine that you don't find anywhere else, so try to like it. This is a beautiful pairing with the classic Fiorentina steak, which is the big fillet steak you find in Florence and sometimes even in southern part of Tuscany.